Hello keepers, it's still Christmas in July, although this time we're going to go a little bit outside of the holiday season. We're making our way over to the Orlando Zoo and Botanical Garden for the Asian Lantern Festival. So with all that being said, let's go. Mike the Bee, the music. So the Central Florida Zoo and Botanical Garden host the Asian Lantern Festival. It is presented by Publix, and last season was the very first time we ever experienced this festival. So apparently they've been doing this for quite some time, and I'm going to tell you right now, this is a must-do during the holiday season in Central Florida. Now, I know it starts somewhere in November and it runs into January. So if you're too busy during the actual holiday season, which for most people starts in like October, September sometime, and runs all the way through Christmas, you have time after Christmas into January to check out this festival, and you will not be disappointed if you do make it out to the zoo to check out all these amazing lanterns. So every year there is a theme, and so last year it was Year of the Dragon. And so it did not disappoint whatsoever. They do say to make sure you purchase your tickets online in advance, because there are a lot of nights that do sell out. So if you want to make sure that you have your tickets and you want to experience this, make sure you go online to their website to purchase your tickets before you get to the actual event. Now, along with purchasing your tickets for the event, they have several special nights. I know they have like one it's a sensory night, so if you have somebody who may be autistic or has special sensories, they have a couple sensory nights, so you want to check those out. There's a couple nights where Santa makes an appearance, so if you want to meet Santa at the festival, you want to check that out. It's all on their website, it's all on their calendar. Check out the special nights if there's something special you want to see while visiting the zoo for the lanterns. So this is a self-guided walking tour. You want to bring your walking shoes because it's 3/4 of a mile path full of illuminated lanterns. Now you can do this at your own pace. You don't have to do it, at a certain time or whatever. Now there are certain times you can enter. So when you buy your tickets, you do pick a time that you can enter the festival. But once you're in, but you're only there until the festival closes, which is I think at like 10 o'clock at night, something like that. It really doesn't take that long to get through it though. Like we thought it was going to take a long time to get through and see everything and experience everything, but it really didn't take us that much time to walk all the way through the entire festival to take our time. And we really took our time, like we didn't rush, and we got to see everything. So along with the main attraction, which is the lanterns, there's lots of other things. There's a lot of food and beverage specific for the festival. We did try some of it, and it was actually quite amazing. It was so good. Like it was really just kind of unbelievable, I guess you could say. Like we're used to going to Disney and stuff where we're expecting like this high level, and being at the zoo, like I don't know, we didn't really have our expectations set that high, but the food was delicious. So make sure you bring your appetite and your pocketbook because it is an extra charge. We did get a cup that was refillable with hot chocolate, and the night we went it was actually quite cold, so that came in very, very handy for us that evening. So you might want to look into that when you're purchasing your tickets. There's also tons of photo opportunities. I mean, the actual lanterns themselves create their own photo opportunity, but they do set up these special areas with lanterns where you can get like special pictures, maybe with extra signage or frames or whatever. But there's all these little like special things set up. So make sure you bring your camera, make sure you're ready for the settings, because these lanterns are lit up by LED lights. So the settings for your camera might be a little different. So you'll have to play with that, but it creates for some amazing pictures if you're able to stop and do that while you're there. Oh Lord, don't break nothing. Look. What's the weight limit?
Was there a weight limit?
It's so scary. So on the map, it was divided up into a couple different sections as far as, I guess, the theming for the lanterns you would be seeing on that portion of the path. So the very first portion was the garden gate. This is basically the entrance into the festival. It's also the exit for some people. I know it comes out the other end, but some people came out the entrance, which was weird and interesting to me. But yeah, so it's a garden gate. And again, it's your entrance and your introduction to the festival. So you already see some amazing lanterns on this portion of the path. So to set you up for the even more amazing things you're going to see later on the path. The next section was called the Cultural Corridor. And there's all these little signs that are kind of illuminated that kind of tell you a little bit about the lanterns that you're seeing, like why they're there, what they represent, that sort of thing. So yes, everything is lit up, everything is amazing and looks stunning, but you can also get a little bit of knowledge to what is going on, like what it represents, what the meaning behind it is. It's not just like an animal or a symbol, like it actually means something, especially in the Asian culture. So it was a little educational too, which was actually kind of surprising to me, because it's not just going and looking at lanterns, but it's also getting an education on the meaning behind a lot of the lanterns that they put together for this particular festival. Look at you. This is hours of fun for Will. Of course, I have to talk about like the actual like long walkways that were kind of the back end of the zoo. I think this is where the more of the botanical gardens are. The just walkways that they set up make for amazing photos, and they're just so like zen and relaxing just to walk in these walkways that are just covered in lanterns and lights. And this year, of course, the theme was the Year of the Dragon. So there's this ginormous dragon on the back end that was just amazing to see, especially in person. Like it just stretched, it seemed like forever, but like just to see this huge dragon, and it's a lantern. Somebody made this, somebody put this together, and for this to be, I guess, the crowning achievement of the festival, I don't know, they were all amazing, but this was just ginormous and larger than life, and to be on the back end just by itself on this walking path, to see it was just mind-blowing. Makes me want to go back again next year. So the next section was called the Wild Walk, and this is where you saw a lot more animals out of these lanterns, and all the animals were just amazing. Like everything was amazing in this festival, like everything, all the lanterns, all the different things we saw, but even the animals, like just the realism. Even though it's a lantern and you know it's not real, but like to see them in this lantern shape, like that somebody was able to kind of like, I guess, bend the wires or whatever they use, that it all kind of went together and just made these beautiful, beautiful displays, and it's just lit up at night and just amazing. And yeah, like all the different animals that we saw on this portion of the walk was again mind-blowing, like made for some great pictures, and just it was just amazing. So apparently last year there was a new portion, the holiday hop. So they took all the different holidays and they created the kind of finale to the festival. So it had like Christmas, it had a little bit of Hanukkah and stuff in there, and of course they had some amazing, like they had another dragon that was like breathing smoke and stuff. They had these beautiful like reindeer, but they were like holographic. Like it was so amazing. But of course the creme de la creme, the final like goodbye, good night, whatever, was the Chinese zodiac, was your like final goodbye. It was really fun though, because all the different like zodiac animals were like egg shaped. So that was fun, and like, you know, to be able to find your Chinese zodiac, and so you could get pictures with them, and they were right there, just larger than life, like I said. But this was like your final like walkway goodbye out of the festival when you actually left, and yeah, like just amazing. Well guys, that's it. That was the last year's Asian Lantern Festival at the Orlando Zoo and Botanical Garden. So if you make it out there, you won't be disappointed. If you're looking for something different other than, you know, the theme parks and like, I guess the normal thing, like kind of like we've been doing in the past couple of years, this is a really good option to do outside of the theme parks and to do something different at the local zoo. As always, thank you for following on these little adventures of mine. And as always, I am Mike the Bee. You never know where I'm going to be. I'm just going to be. You be too. I'll see you guys later. Bye.